Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to class. I have recently created a full 9-week beginner's course called Iyengar Yoga Basics, and this is an excerpt from one of those classes. If you'd like to join me for the full course, I'll put the link for my website in the description box below. I invite you to join me there. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. We're standing in Tadasana. Press your thighs back, buttocks forward, tailbone down, navel lifting. Front pelvic bones up. Stretch to the fingertips. Turn the palms out. Inhale the arms up. Palms out. Exhale down. Palms out. Inhale up. Palms out. Exhale down. Palms out. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good, and then relax for a moment. We move on to our wide leg standing poses now. We'll be jumping or stepping arms and legs wide. Hands in front of the chest. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale. Arms and legs wide. Take your feet out underneath your fingertips if you can. Let's set the hands on the waist. Turn your feet to the right side and make sure you're not dropping the right side of the pelvis. Last week we learnt Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior Pose 2, and we brought in awareness of the tendency for this right side of the pelvis to drop when we turn the right leg out. Lift the right side of the pelvis up. Have the armpits vertically top the hip sockets rather than forward or out to the right side. We're going to bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten this right knee. And on the third time, we'll stay for our Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior Pose 2. Inhale. Bend the right knee as you exhale. Plug the back heel. Inhale, stand up. You may need to widen the stance. Exhale, bend, so your knee comes vertically top the ankle. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and we stay. Keep this knee pressing back. As I said, knee vertically top the ankle. Lift the right pelvic bone up. Suck the outer left hip in. Press the left shin bone back and plug that left heel. Then raise the arms. And as you raise the arms, roll the shoulders back and down and feel as if you're pressing your hands down onto a couple of tables to help you engage the tricep muscles, the latissimus dorsi muscles. Then stand up, inhale, hands to the waist, turn your feet. Left side. You're turning left thigh out, turning left foot out, turning right foot in, but just mindful that you're not dropping the left side of the pelvis. Lift the left pelvic bone up and pressurize that outer left heel. Sorry, right heel. So you're lifting the left pelvic bone up and plugging the right heel. Inhale. Bend the left knee as you exhale. Keep the left pelvic bone lifted. Inhale, straighten. Exhale as you bend, all the while stay strong in this back leg, plug the heel. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend and stay. Keep this knee pressing back. Right shin pressing back, plug the right heel, then raise the arm. So now again, as if you're pressing the hands down onto a couple of benches, engage the latissimus dorsi muscles and the triceps, those underarm muscles, as you roll the shoulders back and down. Stand up, inhale. Hands to the waist. Turn your feet. Right side. Right thigh turning out, right pelvic bone lifted. Interlock your fingers. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Same pose. Then take the arms out and down as if you're pressing the hands down against a couple of benches. Zip the navel up. Look along the right hand. Roll both shoulders back and down. Stand up, inhale. Hands to the waist. Turn your feet. Left side. Lift the left pelvic bone. Interlock the opposite index finger on top. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your knee. Take the arms out and down to shoulder height. Look along the left arm. Press back the right shin, plug the right heel. Then inhale, stand up. Turn your feet. Narrow the stance, and we'll prepare to jump or step back in. Hands in front of the chest, inhale. Exhale. Bring the legs back, and we'll stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Spend a few moments here, observing your breath, softening your gaze, maintaining the lift of the lower abdomen. So just watch that you're not relaxing and dropping the belly and arching the lower back. Keep the tailbone down, front pelvic bones up. Then again, we'll take the arms and legs wide. Inhale. Exhale. Arms and legs wide. Remember, you can always step if jumping doesn't suit you. Turn your feet to the right side. You can just rest the hands on the waist for now. We're going to bend the knee again, but this time we're going to be doing Pajvakonasana, the lateral angle pose. That's where we bend the knee and lean the forearm onto the thigh. So we've done this already in the last couple of weeks. Stretch the arms out. Inhale. Bend the knee as you exhale. Lean sideways so your forearm comes to rest on the thigh. But have a look down and check that your stance isn't too narrow. You don't want your knee going beyond the toes because it's a harder work for the thigh. So take your left foot further back. Stack your knee vertically top the ankle. And as that knee rolls back, squeeze the right buttock forward. Look up. Turn the left chest up. Press the left thigh back. Plug the left heel down. Stand up, inhale. Turn your feet. Left side. So left thigh turning out, right foot turning in. Inhale. Bend the knee, exhale. Forearm to thigh. Right arm to the ceiling. Descend the buttocks. Keep this outer right hip drawing in. Again, have a look. Is the knee vertically top the ankle? Both from this front perspective, but also from this perspective. Is the knee rolling forward? Can you keep the knee rolling back? Then as you turn your chest, look up. Turn the right side chest up. Press the right shin bone back. Plug the right heel down. Stand up, inhale. Turn your feet. Narrow the stance enough that you can jump back with ease. Inhale. Exhale. Arms and legs together. And we're back in Tadasana. Again, maintain pelvic abdominal lift. Maintain the chest lift. Breathe steadily. Now, we're going to use our bricks. They're there for a reason. We're going to do the same pose, Pajvakonasana. And we'll be reaching down a little further. So hands in front of the chest, inhale. Exhale. Hands on the waist initially, look at your feet. I could tell straight away my left foot jumped further backwards to the back end of my mat than my right foot did, so I want to straighten them, align them. Turn your right foot out, left foot in. And then we're going to take this brick. Bend your knee enough that you can reach your brick. Put it in front of your foot. Now you can start with a taller brick. Let's do that so it makes it a bit easier to reach. And then, of course, we can lower the brick if we feel we can. We've got that extra wide stance. Arms are out, shoulders roll back. Inhale. Bend the knee as you exhale. Forearm to thigh. And let's just sit the left hand on the waist now. We're going to focus on reaching that hand. Now, right hand down to the brick. For some of us, that's quite achievable. You might find you can go lower, but don't keep your hips up. Suck this outer left hip in as you descend the right buttock, right sitting bone. Use your arm to encourage your knee back. Then squeeze the right buttock forward. Take your top arm up. Now take it over to the diagonal. Revolve the left chest up, look up. Press back the left shin and plug the left heel. Then stand up, inhale, and we'll move that brick out of the way. Turn your feet all the way to the left, turning that left foot out completely. Get your brick, put it tall so it sits inside the ankle. Reach the arms out. Inhale. Bend your knee, exhale, forearm to the thigh, and sit your right hand on the waist. Now, try not to be too high in the hips. You see here, I haven't quite got that right angle bend in the knee. So I want to suck the outer right hip in and descend the right buttock more to try and get this thigh parallel. That makes it easier to reach down. And then if you can go further, reach further without the hips being too high. You lower the hips, brings more stretch to the groin. Use your arm to encourage the knee back and then turn the chest, right chest up, right arm up. And then can you take the right arm over to the diagonal? So you're creating the lateral angle. Turn the chest, look up, right chest turning up to the ceiling. Press the right shin bone back, plug the right heel. Then stand up, inhale, and we'll move that brick out of the way. Turn the feet. You can narrow the stance a little, and then we'll jump or step back. Inhale, exhale, all the way back to Tadasana, and let's just stand with hip width and relax the legs, relax the arms. Take a moment to observe your breath and consciously slow the breath down. Now, another standing pose. Bring your bricks in front of your mat, standing tall. We did this last week. Prasarita Padottanasana. We've got 2 more standing poses to do. This one is our forward bend, keeping the feet parallel, but the legs are quite wide. And then we'll visit Trikonasana. Just in case you think we missed out on that one, we'll visit that after this. Inhale, exhale. Arms and legs wide. Hands on the waist, and let's align our heels with the back edge of the mat. Feet parallel. Watch you're not turning your feet out. As the feet are parallel, roll the inner thighs back, and we're going to use that action, the inner thighs rolling back, to help us come into our forward bend, our flexion. Lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Remember in Uttanasana earlier, I was saying we want to hinge at the hips to keep the front body long. So can you lengthen the breastbone forward as you bring your hands to your bricks, shoulder width apart. If you can go lower, by all means, take your bricks down lower. Press the head of the thighs back. So that encourages the front body to lengthen. But the other thing that encourages the front body to lengthen is sternum forward. Look forward. Stretch the chin forward away from the chest. Strengthen the legs, strengthen the spinal muscles. Breathe smoothly. Then hands to the waist. Inhale, stand up. Narrow the stance, and we'll jump or step back. Inhale. Exhale. Back to Tadasana. Now I'm going to move these bricks so they're not in the way. We've got one more standing pose, Trikonasana. Let's jump or step wide. Inhale. Exhale. Turn your feet, right side. So do make sure that back foot turns in slightly, and also work with the alignment. I haven't spoken about it this class, but the previous 2 classes I did. The heel of the front foot in line with the arch of the back foot. Make sure his foot's not too far back. Align the arch of the back foot with the heel of the front foot, and that right thigh turns out. Inhale. Exhale, hinging sideways. Trikonasana, hand to shin. Then make sure you're not letting the buttocks stick back. Can you press the hips forward? Rotate the left chest up. Turn the head, look up. Reach fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe smoothly. Keep the left shin bone pressing back, left heel plugging down, and use that to rebound the torso up. Inhale up. Turn your feet, left side. Left thigh's turning out. The heel of the left foot in line with the arch of the right foot, and a slight turn in on that back foot because it helps you to anchor the heel. Inhale. Exhale. Sideways over the left leg. And you're pressing the hips forward. Can you keep both sides of the waist long, not just the top waist? So you see here I'm shortening the bottom waist. Can you deepen this femur bone into the pelvis as you tilt the pelvis over the femur bone? Look up, revolve the chest up, reach the fingertips up, but plug the back heel. Use the pressure in the back heel to help yourself stand up. Inhale up, turn your feet, and we'll jump or step back in. Narrow the stance. Inhale, exhale. Arms and legs back to Tadasana. Again, let's just stay in Tadasana for a moment. Allow the breath to settle. Keep the shoulder tips pressing back and down. And then release. Maybe you've never done yoga before, but you know that it's meant to be good for you. Good for your stress levels, for your hormones, for your physical and mental, emotional well-being. But you're not quite sure where to begin, how to start, what to look for. Perhaps you've looked at yoga videos online and thought, that looks complicated. Or you've imagined walking into a class and feeling out of place, stiff or behind everyone else. And what you really want isn't to perform poses or keep up with anyone else. You want to feel better in your body, calmer, more grounded, stronger, more agile. You want to move with confidence and understand what you're doing rather than guessing. That's exactly why I created Iyengar Yoga Basics, a 9-week beginner's course designed specifically for people who want to learn properly from the beginning. Hi, I'm Heather, a certified senior Iyengar yoga teacher with over 28 years of teaching experience. In this course, each week builds on the last, so you always know what to practice and why. You'll be guided slowly, clearly, and safely without overwhelm. You don't need to be flexible, you don't need experience, you start exactly where you are. And you might be wondering, why Iyengar Yoga? Iyengar Yoga is a method that is designed for learning. It's slow, precise, and progressive. Rather than rushing through poses, we focus on alignment, awareness, and clear instruction. Props like blocks, belts, chairs, and the wall are used intelligently, not because something is too hard, but because they help your body understand the action of each pose safely and effectively. You learn how to stand, move, and breathe with clarity. You hold poses for specific timings, repeat actions to build strength and understanding, and follow sequences that prepare your body step by step. This approach doesn't just make yoga accessible, it makes it transformative. Over time, this way of practicing builds strength, mobility, balance, and confidence. It supports your joints, your nervous system, and your ability to age well. And perhaps most importantly, it helps you feel more at home in your body. But if you're completely new to yoga, the most important thing is starting with the foundation. With over 28 years of teaching experience, I'll guide you step by step, offering clear instruction and thoughtful progression. All you need to do is press play. So if you're curious about yoga and you want to learn in a way that supports your body, your lifestyle, and to go at your own pace, I invite you to join Iyengar Yoga Basics. Click the link below to enroll today, and let's begin this journey together.